How's everyone doing? You found this bag at the courthouse. Does this look like anybody's?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, so before I begin, okay, before we begin, can we give a big round of applause to Carl? Okay, so I thought that I would read a speech given by Harvey Milk. It's one of his most famous speeches. It's called the Hope Speech, and it's really powerful, and it really speaks to the cause that we're all here for today. So here is the Hope Speech by Harvey Milk. My name is Harvey Milk, and I'm here to recruit you. About 6 months ago, Anita Bryant, in her Speaking to God, said that the drought in California was because of gay people. On November 9th, the day after I got elected, it started to rain. On the day I got sworn in, we walked to City Hall, and it was kind of nice. And as soon as I said the words, "I do," it started to rain again. It's been raining since then, and the people of San Francisco figure the only way to stop it is to do a recall petition. That's a local joke. So much for that. Why are we here? Why are gay people here? And what's happening? What's happening to me is the antithesis of what you newspapers and what you hear on the radio. You hear about and read about this movement to the right, that we must band together and fight back this movement to the right. And I'm here to go ahead and say that what you hear and read is what they want you to think, because it's not happening. The major media in this country has talked about the movement to the right, so the legislators think that there is indeed a movement to the right, and that the Congress and legislators and the city councils will start to move to the right the way the major media wants them. So they keep on talking about this move to the right. So let's look at 1977 and see if there is indeed a movement to the right. In 1977, gay people had their rights taken away from them in Miami. But you must remember that in the week before Miami and the week after that, the word homosexual or gay appeared in every single newspaper in this nation in articles both pro and in every radio station, in every TV station, in every household. For the first time in the history of the world, everybody is talking about it, good or bad. Unless you have dialogue, unless you open the walls of dialogue, you can never reach to change people's opinions. In those 2 weeks, more good and bad, but more than the word homosexual and gay was probably written than probably in the history of mankind. Once you have dialogue starting, you know you can break down prejudice. In 1977, we saw a dialogue start. In 1977, we saw San Francisco. In 1977, we saw the state of Mississippi decriminalize marijuana. In 1977, we saw the Convention of Conventions in Houston. And I want to know where the movement to the right is happening. What this is a record of what happened last year. What we must do is make sure that 1978 continues the movement that is really happening that the media didn't want you to hear about. That is the movement to the left. It is up to the CDC to put pressure on Sacramento, but the breakdown of the walls and the barriers so the movement to the left continues and progress continues in the nation. We have before us coming up several issues we must speak out on. Probably the most important issue outside the Briggs, which we will come to, but we do know what will take place this June. We know there's an issue on the ballot called Jarvis Gam. We hear the taxpayers talk about it on both sides, but what you don't hear is that it's probably the most racist issue on the ballot in a long time. In the city and county of San Francisco, if it passes and we indeed have to lay off people, who will they be? The last in and the first in, and who are the last but the minorities. Jarvis Gann is a racist issue. We must address this issue. We must not talk away from it. We must not allow them to talk about the money it's going to save, because look at who's it's going to save the money and who's going to get hurt.
I was thinking on it.